Have you ever found yourself in the heat of a conversation, words spilling out before you've fully grasped the implications? Picture this. You're with friends or perhaps at work, and suddenly you say something you instantly regret. As those words hang suspended in the air, an uncomfortable silence follows. It's a scenario most of us can relate to, and it humorously finds its way into memes and social media, reflecting our shared human experiences. But what if there was a way to harness that silence, to turn it into a powerful tool rather than an awkward pause? Enter the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that advocates for reason and virtue over impulsive reactions. Stoics teach us the value of ter publilia cyrus, a proverb meaning to speak no more than is necessary. This wisdom highlights not just restraint, but the profound strength found in silence. In this video, we'll explore the mysterious power of silence, uncovering its potential to bring clarity, enhance our decision-making, and improve our interactions. From the Stoic principles of measured speech to the personal peace that comes with mindful silence, join me as we delve into the profound impact that choosing when and how to speak can profoundly affect our lives. Let's get started. 1. Understanding the power of silence, ter publilia cyrus. We've all experienced those moments when we say something impulsively and instantly regret it. Imagine that instant when your words hang in the air and you wish you could reel them back in. A common scenario humorously depicted through memes and short clips that resonate with our own embarrassing experiences. This universal slip of the tongue brings us to an essential truth. Sometimes the wisest action is to embrace silence. Delving into the wisdom of ancient Rome, we encounter the proverb ter publilia cyrus, which means speak no more than is necessary. This advice wasn't merely practical, it was a foundational principle that highlighted the power inherent in silence. It reflects a broader philosophical stance that values restraint and thoughtful communication. This philosophy of minimal speech ties closely with Stoicism, a philosophy that prioritizes virtue and living a meaningful life. Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Epictetus emphasized that excessive talk could cloud judgment and lead to impulsive, virtue-contrary actions. Epictetus famously remarked, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak," encapsulating the Stoic belief in the value of listening and thoughtful silence. To understand the impact of silence, visualize the mind as a muddy pond. Constant chatter is like stirring the water, preventing clarity. In silence, the mud settles, the water clears, and what emerges is the calm, clear insight beneath the surface. This visual metaphor beautifully illustrates how silence can bring depth and clarity to our thoughts. Reflecting on this, consider a recent instance where choosing silence might have benefited you. Perhaps in a heated argument, silence could have fostered introspection instead of conflict, or in a rash decision, a moment of quiet could have led to a more considered approach. This isn't just about recognizing past mistakes, but about preparing ourselves to use silence as a powerful tool to enhance our daily interactions and decision-making processes. As we explore and embrace the nuances of silence, we unlock a path to becoming more thoughtful, insightful, and wise individuals. 2. Exercising control over emotions. We've all been there, in the midst of an argument or a stressful situation, saying something in a burst of emotion that we later regret. It's easy to recall moments when anger or frustration got the best of us, leading to words that were better left unsaid. This rush of emotions often pushes us to speak without thinking, turning our speech into a chatterbox of emotions, where every word reflects our inner turmoil rather than our true intentions. This flood of feelings can cloud our judgment, leading to impulsive and often regrettable actions. In these moments, the power of silence becomes evident. By embracing silence and pausing before reacting, we give ourselves the space to step back and observe our emotions from a distance. This pause isn't just a break in conversation. It's an opportunity to reflect and understand the emotions driving our reactions. Through silence, we can assess whether our immediate feelings align with our long-term values and goals, rather than letting those feelings control us. Consider the figure of a Stoic sage, a model of composure and mindfulness. This sage remains calm and collected even in the face of adversity, not because they are indifferent, but because they have mastered the art of controlling their responses. They achieve this through a disciplined practice of silence and reflection, choosing their words carefully to ensure they speak not out of fleeting emotions, but from reasoned thought. Contrast this with the more common impulsive reactions we might regret. The difference lies in the response. While an impulsive reaction is immediate and emotional, a reasoned response shaped by a moment of silence is thoughtful and deliberate. It reflects not just our immediate feelings, but our deeper values. To integrate this practice into everyday life, try a simple mindfulness exercise. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Focus on the emotions you are currently feeling. Observe these emotions silently without trying to change or judge them. This practice of observing your emotions in silence can help you gain mastery over them, allowing you to respond to situations with more composure and wisdom. This is not just a technique for managing communication, but a way to align more closely with your deepest values and the person you aspire to be. 3. Benefits of seeking silence. Picture the stark contrast between a bustling city street, alive with the ceaseless hum of activity, and the serene calm of a natural landscape where peace seems almost tangible. Which environment would you think better facilitates clear thinking and deep contemplation? This question leads us into the exploration of silence, not just as an absence of sound, but as a vital mental sanctuary that fosters clarity and focus, a concept deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophers, who placed great value on rational judgment and clear thought, recognized the challenges posed by our constantly stimulated minds. In our everyday lives, we are bombarded with endless streams of information that can cloud our thinking and distract us from our goals. Silence offers a respite from this onslaught, providing the mental clarity needed for Stoic self-improvement. Imagine your mind as a cluttered room, filled to the brim with the noise of daily activities and external demands. Silence acts like a gentle but effective breeze that clears away this mental clutter. It creates a space where you can find focus and make wise decisions, embodying the Stoic ideal of reasoned action and purposeful living. Silence not only aids in achieving mental clarity, but also enhances our ability to focus. Stoic warriors, for example, would often engage in mental exercises in quiet environments to sharpen their focus before battle, preparing them to act with precision and intention. Similarly, by embracing periods of silence in our daily lives, we can improve our concentration on tasks, making decisions, and taking actions that are aligned with our principles and goals. The incessant noise that surrounds us can also be a source of stress, which is antithetical to the Stoic pursuit of tranquility. The continuous chatter, both from our environments and within our minds, contributes significantly to feelings of anxiety and overwhelm. However, silence can be a powerful tool in combating this stress. It allows us to step back, breathe, and regain control over our emotions, aligning with the Stoic ideal of maintaining emotional equanimity. To put these principles into practice, I propose a Stoic silence challenge. Dedicate just 5 minutes of your day to sit in silence and engage in Stoic-inspired introspection. During this time, simply observe your thoughts and feelings, allowing yourself to detach from the mental clutter without attempting to influence the direction of your thoughts. This practice not only promotes calm and clarity, but also enhances your ability to approach life's challenges with stoic wisdom. Share your experiences in the comments below after participating in the challenge. Discuss how this brief period of silence contributed to your sense of calm, helped you gain clarity, and how it might have allowed you to embody the Stoic virtues of rationality and tranquility more fully in your daily life. 4. Reflection and growth. The unexamined life is not worth living, Socrates once declared, emphasizing the crucial role of contemplation in personal growth. This idea resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy, which holds that living virtuously and with purpose requires regular self-reflection. The Stoic sage, an ideal figure embodying reason, virtue, and emotional control, epitomizes this practice, frequently engaging in introspection to align closer with these principles. Silence provides a fertile ground for this type of Stoic self-examination. It acts like a sanctuary away from the constant buzz of daily life, allowing us to objectively revisit our actions and experiences. Imagine silence as a still pond, initially murky, but as the sediment settles, the water clears, revealing the depths below. This clarity allows us to discern the lessons our experiences offer, much like the clear water reveals the bed of the pond. Stoics view mistakes as inevitable, but also as critical opportunities for growth. In the silence, free from the cloud of immediate emotions, we apply reason to dissect these errors, understanding their causes and formulating strategies to avoid repeating them. This rational analysis helps us act more virtuously in the future, staying true to Stoic ideals. Furthermore, reflection in silence isn't confined to past deeds. It also involves planning a future that aligns with Stoic values of reason and virtue. By reducing external distractions, we can better connect with our inner selves, identifying goals that not only advance our personal ambitions, but also enhance our moral life. Epictetus, a notable Stoic philosopher, stressed the importance of focusing on what is within our control, a principle that can guide our goal setting. To put these concepts into practice, engage in a Stoic journaling exercise. Find a quiet space and reflect silently on a recent event or decision. Consider both your actions and the emotions that influence them. Write about these reflections, focusing on areas where Stoic principles of virtue and reason could lead to improvements. This exercise is not merely about self-critique, but about cultivating a more virtuous and reasoned approach to life's challenges. 5. Living in the present. Imagine a typical day. You wake up to the sound of your phone alarm, immediately check your messages, and rush through crowds to get to work. While eating lunch, you're also replying to emails, and by the time you get home, you're too exhausted to do anything but mindlessly watch TV. In all this rush, do you ever feel like you're just chasing the next moment without truly experiencing any of them? In our modern world, multitasking and constant busyness are often seen as necessary to achieve success. However, this non-stop activity can make us feel disconnected from the present, hindering our ability to live a mindful and fulfilling life. This is contrary to the Stoic ideal, which emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment. Stoicism teaches us about mindfulness, or present-mindedness, which encourages us to appreciate what's happening right now instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By focusing on our current experiences, we find peace and a deeper sense of satisfaction in our daily lives. A key tool in achieving this mindful state is silence. In the quiet, free from the distractions of our busy lives, silence acts like an anchor that steadies us in the ever-flowing stream of time. It allows us to focus on our surroundings, the people we're with, and the sensations we're experiencing, which are crucial aspects of Stoic mindfulness. This present-mindedness also opens our eyes to the simple joys of life, which are often overlooked in our pursuit of the next big thing. The taste of a delicious meal, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the laughter of a loved one. These simple pleasures, greatly cherished by the Stoics, help us appreciate what is within our control. To experience this, try a simple Stoic exercise. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for a few minutes. This practice not only aids in self-reflection, but also enhances your awareness of the present moment. When you open your eyes, take the time to notice the sights, sounds, and sensations around you without judgment. By observing the world as a Stoic, you learn to embrace each moment as it unfolds. Integrating these practices into our daily lives not only anchors us in the present, but also leads to a more fulfilling existence, just as the Stoics intended. 6. Connecting with others. Shift the focus from self to connection. So far, we've explored how silence can dramatically reduce stress and bring clarity to our minds, but the benefits of silence extend beyond personal reflection. As a core tenet of Stoic self-control, silence also enhances our ability to connect with others in a meaningful way. In our fast-paced world, the art of truly listening to others often gets lost amid the noise. Stoic philosophers placed great importance on reasoned communication, which requires us not only to speak, but also to listen carefully. This form of communication often involves holding back immediate reactions in favor of a more thoughtful response, emphasizing the need for active listening before speaking. Silence serves as a powerful tool for this kind of active listening, aligning with the Stoic pursuit of deep understanding. By quieting our own internal chatter, we create the space to fully absorb what the other person is saying, both through their words and their non-verbal cues. Imagine silence as a still lake. The calmer the water, the clearer the reflection. In this metaphor, the speaker's words and emotions are reflected clearly on the surface, allowing us to grasp their true emotions and perspectives, just as a Stoic sage would. This kind of active listening, built on a foundation of silence, fosters a powerful sense of being heard and valued in our interlocutors. Such connections, whether with friends, family, or colleagues, are strengthened through the Stoic virtue of empathy. By listening attentively, we demonstrate that we value their thoughts and feelings, reinforcing our relationships. Sometimes, the most valuable gift we can offer is our presence, being there, silently attentive. Consider a friend going through a tough time. Often your quiet, focused attention can offer more comfort than any words. This silent presence is a quality highly valued by Stoics, who understood the profound support that can be conveyed through thoughtful, silent companionship. To put this into practice, I invite you to take on a Stoic active listening challenge. During your next conversation, try to embody the Stoic ideal of thoughtful communication. Maintain eye contact, refrain from interrupting, and ask clarifying questions to demonstrate that you truly understand and value what's being communicated. This practice not only enriches your interactions, but also brings you closer to the Stoic ideal of meaningful and reasoned living. 7. Listening with intention. Have you ever felt like conversations are just a game of waiting for your turn to talk? It's a common scenario where each person is merely preparing their next point rather than genuinely engaging with what's being said. This misconception that silence is merely empty space in a conversation often undermines our ability to truly connect and understand others. Active listening, however, is a skill that requires focus and intention. It's about being fully present in the conversation. Active listening is deeply rooted in the Stoic ideal of reasoned discourse. Stoics understood that clear communication and understanding were essential for resolving conflicts and building strong, meaningful relationships. They valued the clarity of thought and the precision of expression, both of which are necessary components of successful communication. Going beyond merely hearing someone's words, active listening involves paying attention to both verbal and non-verbal cues, such as body language and tone of voice. Think of it as putting on detective glasses. You're not just listening to the words being said, but also deciphering the emotions and intentions behind them. This practice aligns closely with the Stoic focus on emotional awareness. Stoics sought control over their emotions, not by ignoring them, but by understanding them, both their own and others. By recognizing and acknowledging the speaker's emotions, we create a safe space for honest and open expression. Strategic silence plays a critical role in this process. It's the foundation that allows us to focus our full attention on understanding the speaker without the distraction of our own internal chatter. Imagine silence as a spotlight shining on the speaker, illuminating their message clearly and helping you avoid misinterpretations. To enhance your listening skills, consider these Stoic-inspired tips. Maintain eye contact, demonstrates respect and focus, essential for a Stoic engaged in a thoughtful dialogue. Avoid interruptions, allows the speaker to complete their thoughts, showcasing Stoic patience and restraint. Ask thoughtful questions, indicates genuine interest and encourages further elaboration, aligning with the Stoic pursuit of deeper understanding. Summarize and paraphrase, helps confirm your understanding by reflecting key points back to the speaker, demonstrating Stoic mindfulness of the conversation. Finally, I invite you to undertake a Stoic listening exercise. During your next conversation, practice these principles of active listening. Pay close attention to how using silence effectively enhances your ability to truly understand the other person. Reflect on this experience and notice how these Stoic methods improve both the quality of your interactions and your relationships. 8. Choosing words wisely. Imagine you're in the middle of a heated argument. Words are flying fast and tempers are rising. Now imagine if you could hit a pause button to prevent saying something you might regret. This scenario highlights the powerful tool of silence, not just as a gap in conversation, but as a strategic pause that allows for more considered and effective communication. Stoic philosophers greatly valued measured communication. They advocated for avoiding impulsive reactions and expressing oneself with clarity and purpose. This approach to communication ensures that every word spoken is thoughtful and deliberate, avoiding misunderstandings and regret. Consider the problem of the unfiltered chatterbox. Constant talking without thinking can often lead to saying things that are not meant or that might cause unintended offense. Imagine our thoughts as a cluttered room. If we speak without filtering, it's like grabbing the first thing we see, which often results in messy and ineffective communication. Silence offers a powerful remedy. It provides space for mindful reflection, allowing us to gather our thoughts and consider the potential impact of our words. Think of silence as a clear stream in which we can carefully select smooth stones, our words, to skip across the water. This deliberate selection helps ensure that our message is delivered effectively and received as intended. The Stoics also believed in the art of concision, avoiding unnecessary words in favor of precise and impactful communication. Carefully chosen words can often have a greater impact than a ramble of many. Speaking with intention rather than impulse is another critical aspect of Stoic communication. Silence is not just a break in noise, it's an opportunity to compose ourselves, align our words with our values, and speak with purpose. To practice these principles, I challenge you to undertake a Stoic speech challenge. In your daily conversations, make a conscious effort to pause before responding. Use this pause to consider your message and choose your words deliberately. This practice will not only improve your communication skills, but also help you live more harmoniously with those around you, as Stoic wisdom suggests. 9. Embracing silence in conflict resolution. We've all been in those arguments where emotions escalate quickly and the atmosphere becomes charged. In those moments, do you ever feel like your words just fuel the fire, making everything worse? The Stoic philosophy emphasizes reason and logic as essential tools for resolving conflicts. Stoics particularly valued emotional control during disagreements, understanding that letting emotions dictate responses can lead to more intense conflicts. During heated exchanges, it's easy for the fight-or-flight response to take over, leading us to say things impulsively that may exacerbate the situation. This is where the concept of escalating chatter comes in, when our words become reactionary rather than thoughtful, leading to a spiral of conflict. Here, strategic silence can be an invaluable tool for de-escalation. By consciously choosing to take a moment of silence, we disrupt the momentum of the argument and create a space for calmer, more reflective thinking. Imagine silence as a pressure valve in a steam engine. When released, it allows the built-up tension to dissipate, making way for a more productive and respectful conversation. Furthermore, silence should not be mistaken for weakness. A well-timed pause is actually a sign of maturity and self-control, qualities greatly valued in Stoic philosophy. It shows that we are composed enough to step back from our immediate reactions and consider a more thoughtful response. This pause allows us to regain our composure and respond in a way that aligns with our values and objectives, rather than reacting impulsively. Active listening, facilitated by moments of silence, is also crucial in resolving conflicts. By truly focusing on understanding the other person's perspective, rather than just waiting for your turn to speak, we can find common ground and work towards a solution together. This approach not only helps in de-escalating the situation, but also strengthens relationships by showing genuine respect and concern for the other person's feelings and viewpoints. As we've explored today, the power of Stoic silence can transform the way we think, communicate and interact with the world. By embracing moments of silence, we give ourselves the space to reflect, respond thoughtfully, and engage more deeply with others. Silence isn't just about the absence of noise, it's a strategic tool that enhances clarity, fosters emotional control, and promotes peace. I challenge you to incorporate more silence into your daily routine. Whether it's pausing before responding in a conversation, enjoying a few minutes of quiet reflection each day, or simply choosing to listen more attentively, observe how these practices impact your life and relationships. If you're intrigued by the benefits of Stoic silence, or if you have experiences to share about how silence has made a difference in your life, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on how Stoic principles can enhance modern living.